Hello, my name is Whitley Yates. I am the Director of Diversity for the Indiana Republican Party, and I am the CEO and founder of The Niche Agency, a multicultural marketing, advertising, and PR firm.
And the 40th of our Fully honorees is Whitley Yates.
To be an awardee of the Indianapolis Business Journal 40 Under 40 honestly is a testament to my journey. The way that I grew up, the circumstances in which I was living in, so an orphanage or children's home, kind of in the middle of rural Indiana, wouldn't necessarily denote success and achievement for someone from the inner city of Indianapolis. I've been adopted and I've just had to overcome a lot of adversities in life. But receiving this award, being seen and acknowledged, is just a testament to the fact that the conditions you were born in don't have to be the conclusions that you end up in. My journey began a long time ago, but I will say that my professional journey really began developing when I was at IU Bloomington. I felt like I had a hard time kind of fitting in and finding my tribe, but I eventually did find people who I felt really helped me to get to this point. I think it's very vital the people that you surround yourself with and how those people kind of help you along your path. And so from graduating IU, moving all over the United States, working in marketing and real estate and development and PR, in Los Angeles, moving back to Indianapolis wasn't one of the greatest accomplishments. I actually felt like it was a digression in my career, and I was really just attempting to find myself and find my path. And so I sat down with a very good friend of mine from IU named Mike Pirtle, who really helped me to cultivate my career, my next steps. And he sat down and he looked at me and he said, politics, you should get into politics. You had been in politics before at IU, you had done some stuff in Los Angeles, and I really just think that that's where you excel because it's very natural for you. From that conversation, I really just jumped 2 feet first into politics. I ended up quitting my day job and working on a campaign, running my business full time. And now it's been about 4 years later, I'm the first ever Director of Diversity for the Indiana Republican Party. So I've been able to sit with dignitaries, elected officials, be sound counsel, and really help guide and shape conversations, policy, and to propel the state forward. So when I moved back to Indianapolis, I didn't necessarily know the path that I was going to be on or that I was going to take. I didn't know 40 Under 40 existed and so many of these other accolades. But as I began to do the work and I began to see people getting their flowers and being acknowledged and being seen for the work that they do, it definitely came on my radar. I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't something that was like at the top of my list because I was just really focused and busy on doing the work. And I wanted the work to speak for itself. This year when it came about and I received an email, I manifested it. I sent a text message to my friend Greg Stowers, who is also a 40 Under 40 recipient, and I screenshotted the email and I said, this is our year. And so as of today, as of this morning, Greg Stowers and I are both 40 Under 40 recipients. And so I really believe that this year I kind of manifested being able to receive this accolade.
We asked Whitley what advice she would give her younger self.
I would tell a 13-year-old Whitley who is in a children's home that her condition is not her conclusion, and that the adversities that she faced will be used and her life will be leveraged so that she can be an inspiration to others coming up behind her. It's important for me to expose my daughter, who's 8 years old, to the opportunities that I have, the award ceremonies, the dinners, the dignitaries, the elected officials, because I believe that her exposure and experience to all these things will help cultivate not only her journey, but her path. If I would have had someone at a young age take me around, explore, and show me the possibilities of what could be, I think that it would have instilled something very early in me that I eventually developed later. I think it's really important when we're looking at our next generation, to give them the opportunity to see you thriving and to see you excelling and to be in rooms with people and at tables with decision makers to understand how power is leveraged, how it's utilized, how business is done. And I think that by providing my daughter those opportunities for her seeing her mother up on stages and in crowds and speaking with people is going to transform how she sees herself. Balancing motherhood, being a professional, running a business, and most recently being in law school, I'm gonna be honest, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And I did not really take into account the toll, not only that it would take on me, but that it took on her. And I realized that I am my best version of me when I'm not spread too thin. And so what I've kind of learned on this journey of single motherhood, of professionalism, of student, of mentor, of, daughter and friend, is that in order for me to show up in this world the best version of me, I have to take care of myself. That's mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And so, being a mother and making sure that I'm available to her and not being, the best for everyone else and giving my daughter the rest of me has really been defining my existence as a parent, especially over the last 7 years. A piece of advice to young girls or anyone who is watching my journey is to authentically be yourself in everything. Understand that you are so worthy, you are so deserving, that the adversities that you face, the circumstances, trials, and tribulations do not define you, but they refine your journey. And so it doesn't matter the mistakes that you've made, use those as motivation for the future. You can do anything that you put your mind to, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So don't allow anything to deter you or shake your determination.